Welcome to the fourth round of the playoffs here in Oakland. This is the game of the year and not the week. If you aren't excited, you better get excited because I am excited. You want to know why? Because we have two teams here tonight that are always going head-to-head with each other every year around this time. The teams we have here tonight are both undefeated this season and are looking to knock the other one out in this round and advance to the state championship. Woo! I'm very excited. I want to show this excitement. So if you're watching this, you better get excited too. The teams are the home team, the 6A Region 3 champs, the 14-0 Oakland Patriots. They're led by their quarterback. I'm calling him Mr. Sunshine, and his name is Ian Slachter. I watched Oakland earlier this season against Riverdale, and they put a beating on them. Hopefully they can do that same beating here again tonight. But there's always that one opponent that usually comes through and triumphs over you mostly all the time. And 6A Region 2 champs, and they are 13-0, the Maryville Rebels. And they're led by their MVP quarterback, Carson Jones. I haven't watched Maryville play before. I remember when I was in soccer, we played Maryville. We beat them and we've tied them. We've also lost to them. So I don't know about their football team. This will be the first for me tonight. And just a little history and some stats for both teams since they've played. It has gone back to the past 5 seasons that this rivalry has been going on. And they have met in the semifinal round of the playoffs each year. And this year will make the 6th time. And for the fans and players, it is a rivalry matchup that everyone loves and years to come. The rivalry goes all the way back to 2014, where the Rebels went on to beat Oakland for the first time. The Rebels currently lead the rivalry 3-2, and the Patriots are looking to tie it up here tonight to make it 3-3. Maryville has won 17 state championships, and Oakland only has won 4. So, big difference in championships, but that doesn't mean that the two teams here tonight aren't just as good or even better than they were than before. For these two teams, rivalry, Maryville has 3 and Oakland has 1 championship. So ever since the rivalry started back in 2014, Maryville has 3 and Oakland has 1. So if that tells you anything about the two teams, that they're both really good, then it tells you a lot. Oh yeah! After tonight, one team will advance to the state championship and face the winner of the Brentwood and Bartlett game. If you're not excited already, you better get excited. Make sure you get the popcorn. Make sure you gather the family around for these amazing highlights. My energy here is so amazing. I just keep running out of breath. I got it back. Okay. Take that one deep breath and you'll get it back. Woo! Run them.
Oakland has the ball on their first drive, and they're on the 2-yard line, and Ian Slachter's handing the ball off to Jordan James, and he runs the ball in from 2 yards out for the first score of the night to give Oakland the 7-0 lead in the 4th round of the playoffs. We're going to skip ahead to the second quarter. Oakland has the ball on the 4-yard line, and Antonio Patterson gets the ball, and he's going to run it in the end zone for his first touchdown of the night, but second for Oakland, and that'll give them a 14-0 lead here in the 4th round of the playoffs. With 5:40 left in the second quarter right before halftime, Oakland's looking to score, and Ian hands it off to Antonio Patterson again, and he will run the ball in the end zone from 16 yards out, and that is Antonio's second touchdown of the night, 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for Oakland. We're going to skip ahead to the 3rd quarter. Oakland has the ball, and Ian Slachter's going to hand off to Jordan James. He's going to get hit, spin moving into the end zone, and what's the call? Touchdown, Oakland. Jordan James' second touchdown of the night, and 4th rushing touchdown of the night for Oakland. We're going to skip ahead to the 4th quarter. Oakland has the ball on the 5-yard line, and Antonio Patterson is going to get the ball. He's going to get hit, but he'll fall into the end zone. That will be Antonio Patterson's 3rd touchdown of the night and 5th rushing touchdown of the night for Oakland. Still in the 4th quarter, Oakland has the ball, and some fresh legs are going to come in. So that's Khalil Mack, Oakland's new back, and he's going to run into the end zone for his first touchdown of the night, giving Oakland a 42-0 lead. And that is their 6th rushing touchdown of the night. Maryville has the ball, and Carson Jones is going to hand the ball off to Parker McKill. And he's going to run right up the gut. He's going to run past everybody. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. And he's going to run into the end zone. And that is the first touchdown for Maryville of the night. They're not going to be shut out tonight. They're going to at least get one score before they go home. Oakland doesn't need a score, but they put a new quarterback and running back in, so Max Levinsky is going to hand the ball off to Corey Smith, and he's going to run to the end zone. It was all rushing touchdowns tonight for Oakland, and that is his first touchdown of the night, and 7th for Oakland. They move on to the state championship, and they will face Brentwood next week. Josh Cummins from Prep Weekly. We had a really, really good game Friday night. It was the game of the week, which is crazy because it wasn't even a close game. It was a blowout game. Oakland ran away with the game. They scored 49 points, 21 in the first half, and then 28 in the second half. Maryville only scored 7 with, in the middle of the fourth quarter, they finally got a touchdown. But it was a total beating. Oakland is going on to the state championship, and Maryville had to drive 3 hours back home. What a lonely ride home that they had to take. Oakland also had 89 passing yards. Maryville had 69 passing yards. Rushing yards for both teams were really high. They were both above 200. Oakland had 335. Maryville had 210. So both teams can rush the ball, but only one was able to get into the end zone. Oakland had 1 penalty for 3 yards, and Maryville had 4 penalties for 30 yards. Oakland had 0 turnovers, and Maryville had 1 turnover, and it was a fumble, and that gave the ball right back to Oakland. I don't remember which quarter. It was the third quarter, I'm pretty sure, and they just walked right into the end zone again and took a 35-0 lead. It was nuts. But those are your stats for this past Friday from yesterday's game. And here is an interview I got with the Oakland head coach, Kevin Greasy, and his thoughts about the game.
We're at Oakland High School. I'm here with head coach Kevin Creasy. They just won in the 4th round, and they are going on to the state championship next week. From what I heard, they will be playing Brentwood, who also won tonight. So, Coach, just tell me what you're feeling tonight, going on to the state championship. You won back in 2018, and now you're going back in 2020. How does it feel getting in a second championship in 3 years?
Well, I tell you, it's going to be a hard week of preparation. I know Brentwood does a heck of a job, and got a lot of respect for Brentwood and their coaching staff. Coach Crawford does a heck of a job over there. So, to get to go to the state championship is awesome. I think it's a great experience for our seniors. I thought our guys played hard tonight, and if we could just get one more week playing that hard, we got a chance.
So, your running game tonight was magnificent. I saw y'all earlier in the season also when y'all faced Riverdale, and y'all were running down their throats the entire time. Would you say your running game has been your most success this season on getting scores and wins?
Yeah, we've got 2 really good running backs, and kind of mix it up, giving the ball to both of them. But at the same time, we have a phenomenal quarterback and a really good receiver in Isaiah Horton. So people back off of us, and when they back off of us, we tend to run the ball a little bit more. So tonight was an occasion where our offensive line did a good job, and we leaned heavily on the offensive line, and thought it would be a closer game, and thought we needed to be able to run the ball out of a bunch of different looks.
That I was also wondering that when I was looking at the records and history of y'all had a rivalry going back to 2014, and Maryville was ahead of y'all 3-2, and tonight y'all tied it up, and now y'all going to the state championship. How does that feel to tie it up?
Yeah, it's just a game we had to get past, whether it was Maryville or whether it was Dobbins Bennett or whoever. We had to just get past this one to have an opportunity at a state championship.
So what is it y'all have to do this week in order to beat Brentwood in the championship to secure another championship next week?
Yeah, we've got to prepare like we did this week. Our guys were more focused this week than ever because, Maryville put us out last year, and if they hadn't put us out, we might be trying for a three-peat right now. So our guys are really focused. We need to keep that focus and, make sure we prepare as hard as we did this week.
When y'all were in the huddle over here at the very end, y'all gathered. What were you telling your team there in the huddle?
Just be smart, stay safe, and we'll see you on Sunday. We have a lot of people need treatment. It's that time of year where we got a bunch of people banged up. So, just reminding them to come in Sunday and take care of their body and, of course, stay corona-free if they can.
All right, I got Josh coming from Prep Weekly. That was head coach Kevin Greasy. Him and his team were super excited that they're moving on to the state championship. He said that if they if Maryville didn't put them out last season, they'd be looking for a three-peat. So that's just two powerhouse schools coming together and facing each other. So sorry that Maryville has to drive a 3-hour way all the way back home to come away with a blowout loss. It wasn't a shutout, but it was a blowout loss. And just so sorry for them. But good luck to Oakland, and more to come for them as they face Brentwood next week for the state championship. I'm Josh Combs for Prep Weekly, and I will see y'all next week at the state championship at Tennessee Tech. So make sure y'all stay tuned, and y'all will see me again one last time before this football season is over. Thank you very much.